Well, good morning, Rad viewers. It's Rick here. It's a Saturday morning, and I'm happy to say that the winter weather has smartened up a little bit. It's still chilly out there, but I thought I would take advantage of this relatively mild spell of weather to clean my garage up. I've been spending a lot of time in here organizing things, but the floor is a real mess. So I'm going to take my car out. I'm going to clean the floor, and then what I thought I would do is I would demonstrate how I go about emptying the catch basin that is part of my garage floor drainage system. So stick around. All right, let's get the car out of here. So here's a little test if my microphone could pick me up from inside my car. One of the wonderful things about the new drainage system in the garage is I don't have any water getting outside the garage, so I can actually do all my cleaning with the door shut. So as you can see, a lot of mud and rocks gets tracked into the garage in the winter. The slush on the bottom of the car contains so much dirt, so much mud, so much rocks, and then when it comes into the heated garage environment, it falls to the floor and melts. And the water, I have a system where I'm pretty fortunate that the garage floor here is sloped in such a way that the water heads towards the new channel drain, and then it gets channeled into the catch basin. But I'm left with this hardened debris. And if you've watched my channel, you've seen that this has been something I consistently battle with at least half the year. And you know I have different strategies. But today what I'm going to do is put my new AR Clean pressure washer to the test. I'm going to use the surface cleaner, and then after that I'll drain the catch basin, so stick around. Okay, so you'll have to pardon the sound of my infrared heater working away in the background. Hopefully it's not interfering too much with the audio, but this is my new AR Clean 630 TSS Total Stop System pressure washer. I've mounted it here on this stainless steel shelf, which has been installed on a backing board that I have glued, screwed, and nailed to the wall. So I'm going to use it. One thing I am still waiting for is a reel for the hose. I believe it's a 40-foot hose, but I'm going to use it anyway today. I'm just going to hook up the hose to this quick disconnect here. There we go. And yeah, let's fire it up and surface clean this floor. Yeah, it's going to be so nice when I have a dedicated hose reel for this quality hose. I've always struggled with the pressure washer hose on my old unit, which I gave away the other day to a local friend. Okay, so yeah, you can see I've got this little system here where I have this, I think it's an 11, maybe a 12-inch it's called a surface cleaner, hooked up to the pressure washer here, and I'm just going to go over the dirty parts, knock that dirt down under the floor, and let it flow into the drain. All right, well, welcome to a new era here in Rad Garage. This is pretty exciting. I'm going to fire up my AR 630 TSS for the first time and clean my floor. Here we go. Well, I thought it would have been fireworks, but let's see if it works. Well, it works, and I know it's going to be hard to notice on the video, but it's so much quieter than my old unit. It's just a nicer sound. You can't hear it very well, but a minute ago there must have been more water going down. This is where the catch basin is located. So that's where my water's going via this, I don't know, it's probably 12 feet, maybe 14 feet channel drain. So the water's now going in here. I've knocked out all of the dirt and the salt and the rocks that are in the grooves of this Ribtrax floor. Some people have asked me why I don't just use a pressure washer. I have to say that you get a lot of overspray when you use a pressure washer against these tiles. There's just so many different angles to these ribs that water tends to deflect in all kinds of different directions, and that water, sometimes it's muddy water, so you can sometimes end up doing more harm than good like that. So I really prefer this surface cleaner. But what I want to do now, just because there is some water still on top of this of the floor that's a little muddy, is I'm just going to do a quick wet mop. So I like to add just a little bit of floor cleaner to the mop bucket, not much. That should do it. So once in a while you'll hear the mop picks up one of these loose pieces of gravel. Our city just peppers the roads with this pea-sized gravel every winter. I don't know why. I guess it's supposed to provide traction. I know. These things are just stones that chip paint, chip glass. All right, well, that pretty much does it for the mop. The next step is going to be emptying the catch basin. I could do most of the hookup for that with the door closed. And then once it's ready to go, I open up the car door and put the hose outside. Something I like to do at the end here is, this gets pretty dirty in here, this surface cleaner. So I just rinse it directly into my drain. Okay, now one of my favorite parts of the whole process is popping out. Let's pop out some tiles here, and I remove the Swisstrax panel that is covering the catch basin. And that is pretty easy with my Swisstrax tile popping tool. So I simply remove this section. And there you go. I lean this up. I don't want to step on this loose panel of Swisstrax. It is slippery when it's on top. Okay, I'll move the camera in a little closer here. So I just need to pull that up, get my fingers underneath it. Get that out of the way. So I'll take I don't know if the camera will catch this. I'll move it in a second, but that's a month, maybe 2 months worth of melted snow. So I'm going to submerge a 1/6 horsepower sump pump down into that basin, hook it up to a hose, and pump it out to my side yard. Okay, now that the pump's down in there and the hose is out on my side yard, I just simply plug it in. So she's draining well, quickly. And what I'll do once most of the water, the pump won't get all of the water out, but once it gets most of it out, I'll obviously take it out, and then I'm going to grab my shop vac and I'll get the last little bit, including the rocks. Just to dry this pump off before I put it away. All right, let's clean out this catch basin. All right, now because I want to show off, I'm actually going to grab my hose and I'm going to rinse this out because I'm not happy going to all this effort and then still having mud in the basin, even though it's ridiculous because it's going to get muddy right away, but so is the life of me. I think I'll grab some CarPro Pearl now, and just kidding, kind of. No, I'm just kidding. Catch basin is empty and it's nice and clean, so it's time to put the grate back on. This thing's pretty heavy, but I'm an incredibly strong guy. Done. Okay, there we go. My garage is all clean. Like I said earlier, the pursuit of perfection is a fool's errand in Canada during the winter. So what I've done is just refresh the floor. You could walk around here in your stocking feet and they'd be perfectly clean. And that's the real magic of this Swisstrax floor. In conjunction with my floor drain system, I feel like I'm at the point where I've solved most of my winter problems, but like I said, it's not perfect. But if you have any questions about any of the process that I shared here today, go ahead, ask a question, leave a comment below. And until next time, stay rad, everyone.